Bout number 6 is a kickboxing match scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds and is being brought to us by Outside Bozeman, Northland Structural, and Fox 28.2. First, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Helltown Hybrid in Helena, Montana, weighing in at 160 pounds, Sean Omalley. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, also at 160 pounds. He's a freestyle fighter from Great Falls, Montana. Please welcome Blake Huda Green.
All right, here we go. About ready to kick off bout number 6. It's a full-out kickboxing match, so there will be no clinches, no knees, no spinning back fists. Different from K1 rules, Cal?
Definitely, yes. And we still follow the 3 2-minute rounds, and these fighters come out going for it.
Sean's a talented kid. I had, again, the opportunity to train him for a while in Helena.
Blake's fighting out of Great Falls. He's a freestyle fighter. He does have 4 years of wrestling, which aren't going to help him out very much in this particular bout.
And again, Sean's trained by Brett Hamlin and Mike Shirtlift out of Helena with Helltown Hybrids. I know he's been working extensively with Mike Shirtlift the last few months with just boxing.
Yeah, Sean seems to be holding his hands pretty low. I don't know if a little bit of confidence, which is not a bad thing, but sometimes it bites you from time to time.
It does. Yeah, Blake looks like he can pack some power. I myself would hold those hands pretty high.
Yeah. You can never be tough when you're unconscious.
He's doing a good job of stalking an opponent, not lunging in on him. Beautiful leg kick. Again, followed by a second.
Blake definitely felt that leg kick. He's starting to pick that leg up every time he sees a kick coming.
Oh, they did allow the spinning back fist.
Oh, breaking up the clinch. Touch of gloves.
Again, great show of sportsmanship.
I know there was a last-minute change. Both of these fighters weren't preparing to fight each other, which happens a lot in these events, and looks like they're prepared for anything, and that's what you have to do to fight this game.
Yeah, you got to train like you're going to fight GSP, no matter who your opponent may be. Looks like they both did.
That'll be the end of round number 1.
He'd catch himself right there at that last punch he threw at the bell.
Good exchange back and forth.
Pretty quick tempo to this fight, Cal.
Yep.
Let's see if they can keep it up for 3 rounds.
Good tempo, and it's also a very technical fight. They're not just throwing wildly. They're actually trying to do some setups. And punch.
You don't see any sloppiness among either of them. It's a result of great coaching.
Sean O'Malley's been training for about 3 years. He does have a perfect 3-0 kickboxing record, so he's putting that all out on the line here against Blake Green.
I want to say 16 was his first kickboxing match.
I do believe so. He's only 17, pretty young. It's great to see young people involved in this sport and all aspects of it. It really gives us hope for a future. And
oh, you bet. All he can do is grow, and he is a promising fighter in this league. Great kid. His dad is a local police officer in Helena, Mike Omalley.
Looks like they're getting ready to get round 2 underway. Referee Brian Dietz is checking the cage, make sure it's safe, all the doors are set up. Checking for judges, checking if the fighters are ready. And the fight begins in round 2.
Both fighters circling. That was checked. That was blocked by an elbow. He keeps going to work on that lead leg of Blake's, he will start to feel it. He won't be able to put as much weight on that leg, and he won't have as much power behind those punches. He's got to start checking some of those kicks, Cal.
He needs to start checking those kicks, and he needs to throw that right hand behind there. Sean Key seems to be dropping his hands when he's throwing that kick, and that's a good spot for that right hand to land is when he's throwing that kick.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Sean, I think, was quick enough to get out of the way of that punch.
The best defense is that low leg kick is that right hand. That's,
exactly.
Makes people think twice throwing that kick if they get that right hand in their face every time. Touch your gloves.
Sean leads with a kick, follows up with some strikes. Blake comes back with some strikes of his own. These boys are here to fight. Sean is awful deceiving, too, for a little guy.
He keeps finding a home for that kick, for sure. He's punishing that lead leg of Blake's.
He won't be able to take too much of that, Cal. We might see him change lead legs. Sean's defense very fast. By the time Blake throws that punch, Sean's head is gone.
Sean does a good job of coming in and striking, getting out. Getting into range and getting out of range quickly. And that's the end of round 2.
Definitely found his range, Cal.
That'll be the end of round number 2.
Again, another action-packed round. There were no lulls in that fight.
This has just been an excellent card that got put on by Fightforce Promotions. Just an action-packed card from beginning to end.
And I said it earlier, I'll reiterate it, we do have the best promoter in the state that does the matchups.
Yep.
He knows what a good fight is.
Very fair matchups and is able to change what he needs to change when unpredictable things come up and still
do all the
great
time.
show. Yeah, great show. I hope the people of Bozeman can appreciate what an excellent MMA and kickboxing performance this has been so far. Seconds up in this kickboxing fight.
I would really like to see Sean come out and get those hands a little bit higher this round, Cal.
Let's get these boys fired up for the 3rd and final round of this match.
I think Blake's going to have to check those low kicks and throw that right hand and find a home for that right hand of his. That's going to be his best option, I think, right now.
I think this round's going to be a barn burner. I think they're both going to go head hunting.
It's easier to go hard when you know this is your last 2 minutes.
Yeah, if you've got the gas in the tank, leave it all in the cage.
And that's exactly what they're doing now for us.
Again, no home for that spinning back fist.
It's a really, really tough punch to land. It's really easy to see it coming, so it's easy to get out of the way of it. And the crowd giving them what they need here to finish this 3rd round.
Does help to hear that crowd cheering.
Definitely gives you that little energy boost you need.
Great lead right hand.
Good in and out.
Right to that leg again.
Excellent setup for that kick.
Sean's always had great kicks.
I'm really impressed with his setups. He does a great job of stepping outside and then landing that kick. You can see Blake shaking out that leg. He's feeling it in this round.
Yes, he is. He can hardly put any weight on that lead leg.
It'll definitely get him something to work on when he gets back to the gym. Is shorten his stance up a little bit so that leg isn't quite so exposed. Last 10 seconds of this fight.
Well, Sean O'Malley was certainly the aggressor throughout that fight.
That'll be the end of our
He was backing up
final
Blake.
round. Make some noise for both these fighters, Bozeman.
It was a good action-packed fight.
To our judges' scorecard and await our decision.
Again, both guys came to fight. There was no lull in the action there.
I definitely think that if I was the judge, I think Sean O'Malley would be taking this bout.
I would score him as the aggressor.
He seemed to be landing those kicks to those legs were definitely very devastating and completely changed Blake's game.
And those do score good points. Those leg kicks score great points. And he let his hands go quite often.
Here's some replay of the action-packed fight that we had tonight.
This would be some action from round one.
Excellent right hand by Sean there.
Great straight punches by Sean. Good head movement by Blake.
Good uppercut by Blake, too, that landed cleanly.
Yeah, that one found a home, Cal.
At the end of 3 2-minute rounds of kickboxing action, our judges have made a decision. All 3 judges scored the fight the same way. Unanimous decision, fighting out of the blue corner, Sean O'Malley!
And Sean O'Malley gets the victory that we anticipated.
Rightly earned, Cal.
Definitely, definitely. He was the aggressor, landed the cleanest shots, and those leg kicks were the difference, I do believe.
Very nice technique. Actually, a technical fight on both parts.
Both parts, very good performance.
Take a look at a little action from round 3. Again, Sean moving forward, backing Blake up.
Flurry of punches. Blake trying to answer. Sean O'Malley was just too much for him tonight.
Always great sportsmanship in there.
It's good to see these young kids doing that sportsmanship. That's so important for this sport.
A lot of respect for your opponent. You never go in, Cal, you know, with any ill will or malicious intent. What you're after is the W each and every time you get in there.
Exactly. You never want to hurt your opponent. You always just want to win the most decisively that you can.
Beautiful head kick. Again, Sean's always been great on his kicks.
And a great performance on Sean O'Malley's part.
Beautiful fight.